So I'm going to talk about deciding whether your function's even, odd, or neither even nor odd from a graphical point of view and from an algebraic point of view. So here I've got something like the y equals x squared. So if I drop in 2, isn't y, well, y is what, 2 squared, so that would be 4. If I drop in negative 2, that's also going to be equal to 4, because negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, right? The function's x squared. So this is an even function graphically, certainly. It's symmetric about the y-axis. So the way we do this algebraically is if the function is symmetric about the y-axis, if I substitute it into the equation, and then I evaluate it, well, let's see, that's going to be negative x times negative x, which is going to be the same thing as positive x squared. So that tells me because f of negative x is the same thing as the original function, this is an even function. And then, and even more so, if there's no signs change, if I drop in negative x, not a negative number and a positive number, but the actually negative x, if no signs change, in other words, if f of negative x equals positive f of x, then that's an even function. And this is useful when you start getting into other functions rather than polynomials. Some people will, I've given a question that had x to the fourth plus 3x squared uh, plus 2. And somebody tells me, oh, all the exponents are even, this is an even function. And they're right, but they're right because if I drop in negative x to the fourth plus 3 times negative x squared plus 2, nothing changes. A negative number to the fourth power is going to be x to the fourth. And negative x to the second power times 3 is going to be positive 3x squared. Of course, the 2 doesn't change. So that's an even function because of this, not because all the powers are even. Because technically, x to the 0, 2x to the 0, 0 is not even. Well, is 0 even? I don't think so. It's divisible by 2. It's a weird one. So that's the way to do it algebraically. That and graphically also, if it's symmetric about the y-axis, and it's definitely a even function. So this one is like x cubed. Well, let me write x cubed rather than the pointer. X cubed cubed. Sorry about it. It's been a long day. X cubed. So thinking about this way, what if I drop in positive 1 into x cubed? Well, isn't y equal to positive 1? And if I drop in negative 1, isn't y equal to negative 1? So because f of negative x equals negative f of x, this makes this an odd function. If you're looking at it graphically, it's symmetric around the origin. It's got symmetry around the origin, so that makes it an odd function that way. Okay, then the last one, of course, is neither. And why don't we just go to those problems you posted and we'll see if we can't make sense of that there. Okay, so I'm going to actually do a little more work than I need to for this first one. I'm going to x to negative x minus 4 to the second power means we have to FOIL it, right? Please don't do this, somebody. Somebody's going to do this. Please don't do this. We're not squaring them. When we're squaring a binomial, we're not squaring each of the things individually because you're breaking the order of operations to do that. So don't do that. You got to write it twice in FOIL. So that becomes x squared. Then I got a negative 4x, another negative 4x is negative 8x, and then the last term is going to be plus 16. Now, if we think about that f of negative x trick, if I drop in negative x, sorry, this should be 8 times negative x plus 16. Well, that's going to become positive x squared. This becomes positive 8x, but that 16 stays 16. Positive 16. So do you see how not all the signs changed? Either all the signs have to change, or that makes it odd, or none of the signs change, that makes it even. Because only some of them changed. In fact, only one of them changed. Right, it's the x plus 8. This makes this a neither. even nor odd. I can't spell neither. Okay, and if you think about the symmetry aspect of it, from a graphical point of view, that is a parabola that's been shifted to the right 4. Well, that is symmetry around the line x equals 4, but it doesn't have symmetry around the y-axis, so neither. Okay, so hope that helps that. Now let's take a look at the next one. And when it's a constant function, this is actually kind of cool the way it works. Let's see. Can I delete this? Delete. Okay, so this next one, that's the line y equals 4. It's a horizontal line, y equals 4. And if we think about the f of negative x, that has to equal f of x to be even. Well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what x is. If I drop in x equals 5 and go up to hit the graph, y equals 4. If I drop in negative 5, goes up to the graph, y equals 4. So this is an even function. In fact, all constants, horizontal lines, are going to be an even function. Remember this. You might see this on the exam. Okay? And of course, because they don't have an odd function yet, must be this last one's odd. But let's talk about why. Okay, so let's test this one with h of negative x. So that's going to be 4 times negative x minus negative x to the third power. So that becomes negative 4x. And negative x to the third power stays. Negative x becomes negative x to the third. So negative 4x plus x to the third. Well, hey, all the signs change. This must be an odd function. Okay. How about graphically what happens? So let me clean some of this up and we'll try graphing this thing. One thing I'm noticing is that this function has been reflected around the x-axis because it's a third degree equation and the leading coefficient's negative. So we got to figure out where, we could do this with a calculator, I guess, but let's talk about what we can do by hand. I can factor out an x, and then when does x equal 0? Well, when x equals 0, so I know it crosses the x-axis at 0. Then we ask ourselves, where does 4 minus x squared equal 0? Well, that happens at x equals plus or minus 2 when I take the square root. So we know that it crosses here, it crosses here, it crosses here. And normally x cubic functions head off in this direction. As x go to negative infinity, y goes to negative infinity. As x goes out to positive infinity, y goes up to positive infinity. But this has been reflected around the x-axis. So this one's going to go like this, up like this, down like this. So this has to come down like this, cross over, go up, come back down. Okay, something like that. So you see how this is symmetric about the origin, how it's been reflected around the origin? This piece here is turned right around and now it's headed down like this. So that whole graphical approach reflecting it does work. Okay. So I hope that answers your question about how to answer these kind of questions. I really like and I encourage you to embrace the f of negative x equals f of x. No signs change. That's an even function. And then f of negative x, if that equals negative f of x, that means all signs changed. That means it's an odd function. And if it's only some, it's neither. Okay. Hope that helps.